Hello everyone, my name is Voidlander, and welcome back to my Pokemon Inclement Emerald Hardcore Nuzlocke. Today I have one of my least favorite fights in the entire game lined up. The Wattson gym fight. I can't explain to you how much pain this fight has caused me in the past. Trying to figure out, calculating around volt switches and this insane neck trick with basically random move every turn. But today I have something extremely vindicating and extremely special. So without further ado, let's start the mid game of attempt 14. Wattson. His lead Pokemon is a Galvantula. This Galvantula is lightning quick, and it can set up sticky webs. It has Giga Drain, Volt Switch, and Bug Buzz, which is insanely difficult to deal with. And there are very few things you can have at this point in the game that have a higher speed stat than this thing's 98, and can actually do something against it. Today, luckily, I do have one of those Pokemon. My goat, Lanoon. Lanoon is capable of outspeeding and one-shotting this Galvantula with a maximum damage stab boosted flail, which does more damage the lower your HP is. So we pre-damage our Lanoon to 1 HP exactly to kill this Galvantula before it can even move, before it can get off Sticky Web, before it can fire off a Bug Buzz, before it can swap out with Volt Switch or do any random crap. We kill this with a flail. Bit of goofy animation. But that is, 150 base power? That's not all the Lanoon is going to do this fight, though. The next Pokemon this base in is Wattson's White Herb Rotom Mow with Toxic Hex, Leaf Storm, and Volt Switch. This thing is also a demon. The amount of damage this thing can fire off with 2 max power Leaf Storms, the amount of problems it can cause with Toxic, the amount of damage you can do with Toxic Boosted Hex. But it won't even get to move, because the Lanoon can outspeed and chain kill this with another flail. This little rodent has taken out 2 of Wattson's Pokemon without breaking a sweat. Now comes the problem of the fight. Wattson's Manectric. This thing is 2 levels over the level cap, and has Aurora Beam, Signal Beam, Flamethrower, and Volt Switch. This thing is a demon. It can lower your attack with Aurora Beam, it can burn you with Flamethrower, and it can confuse you with Signal Beam, which you don't have Person Berries for at this point in the game, and it can also fire off massive Volt Switches whenever it feels like it. Because I do not understand how Volt Switch AI or U-turn AI works in this game in the slightest. Even if you present it with a kill, it sometimes will not Volt Switch. So the easiest way to deal with this is to sacrifice my Octillery. The worst part about this stupid little mutt is that oftentimes its Aurora Beam, Flamethrower, and Signal Beam rolls overlap. So it can click any one of these moves most of the time, and they each have a different major problem you have to deal with, which makes it just genuine hell. I despise this creature. And sadly, its speed stat is 1 point higher than my Lanoon is. Extreme speed with a Silk Scarf. Lanoon needed to hold the Silk Scarf to kill the Rotom, by the way. But the only option I had left, because of the wanky AI with Volt Switch, the only option I have left is to sacrifice my Octillery, which is the worst Pokemon in my box. I will not miss it, I can guarantee you. But also pre-damage to 1 HP just so it dies when it comes in, and this Manectric doesn't have a chance to Volt Switch or do some random crap, I don't know. But if it sees a kill with Volt Switch and a kill with another move, I'm pretty damn sure it can never Volt Switch. Okay, Octillery, I thank you for your mere existence. It's the only thing I have to thank you for. But you will now die on the battlefield. The third Pokemon this run to perish as a planned sacrifice. Thank you, Octillery. Without you, I would have sacked Corsola, I guess. I don't I don't really care about you. But with that tempo, we can swap in to the main member of our bomb squad. Our newest encounter from the Morville Casino. This beast of a Typhlosion. Sand Rush, plus special attack, 30 speed, 31 special attack. Ground type Typhlosion. This is perhaps the best Pokemon in the game for this fight. the Bolter. Typhlosion with Sand Rush and ground typing doesn't outspeed this, but it baits. Its typing makes it so that it baits exactly Aurora Beam from this. It can't be Volt Switch because I'm a ground type. It can't be Signal Beam because I resisted. It can't be, what's the other move? Flamethrower because I resisted. It can only see highest damage with Aurora Beam, and even if it drops out attack, it doesn't matter because Typhlosion is a humongous special attacker, and this Manectric is wiped off the face of the earth. Get out of here, you mangy mutt. You're not my Manectric. I have a Manectric. I like that thing. You are a demon. You unlovable creature. See you in hell. And with that, the hard part of the fight is over. These three most difficult Pokemon are down first. But now comes in Lantern, which wants to obviously kick a quite effective Surf for the kill. But our little friend here, cute little Quagsire, has Water Absorb, so it can swap in for completely free. Yep, there we go. And now the highest damage move this thing has is Dazzling Gleam, which does about 30%, I think. Yeah, just 39 damage. So we can cleanly 1v1 this even with the Air Balloon. We taught this Brick Break over Rain Dance so that we can break the Air Balloon, but first we're going to yawn it to sleep. This is a very clean and safe 1v1 because even if we get double crit, we have Recover and it will be asleep. And leftover will just do a bit more. Now we click Recover on another Dazzling Gleam as this thing falls asleep, and we heal up to full HP. Perfect. And now we can click Brick Break to break the, what's it called, the Air Balloon, so we can hit it with ground moves. Yep, there you go. Okay, here is a question. No, we're just gonna Earthquake this, right? Oh, what? Ooh. Why? Oh, that's perfectly okay with me, actually. That did not. I don't know why it switched. Because it was asleep and it so I could kill it. I don't know. There you go. The Sugar Berry keeps this thing alive, but this can only be Grass Knot. So we can go into our Sap Sipper Go-Goat. I told you when I got this thing it would be useful. But we can go into our Go-Goat with Sap Sipper to just come in and get a +1 attack boost from this. Okay, now I actually have to take a second to decide because the line is a little bit off, but it's off in a good way. So this on my Go-Goat is guaranteed to use Psychic. Yep. We can just go into Greninja on that, I guess, right? Kill with a Dark Pulse, then what? 78%, 100%. Yeah, okay. It's better. This is a little bit better. We can just go to Greninja on this, on the guaranteed Psychic. Which was my original count of this, but I could literally kill with anything now that it took that Earthquake. I did screw up this Greninja pretty badly. I was trying to thief a Spell Tag, because I wanted a Spell Tag for something. But I didn't realize that if I taught over Fling, Greninja would not be able to relearn it. So I've screwed up this Greninja pretty badly. Because I could have just killed this with Fling without having to bring Go-Goat. Because I could have flung I could have flung something at this. I think a Grub Claw or something, I don't know. And killed this just lights out. But with this little chip, it's just dead to Dark Pulse anyway. So that is the cleanest Wattson fight I've ever had. Anyway, now comes in Magneton. There's a guaranteed Volt Switch or Thunder Wave or whatever the hell, I don't know. Typhlosion absolutely wrecks the thing. Volt Switch here. Okay, so we went for a Volt Switch kill there. Why? I'm done asking questions about this game. Just take that. Okay, Electric Terrain or something stupid. This is sturdy, obviously, it won't die. Flash Cannon, don't drop the simplicity. Cool, Earth Power. Okay, just in case something weird happens with this Lantern, I'm just gonna swap into Quagsire. just in case. I'm not risking any nonsense. It wakes up, Dazzling Gleam. And we finish the fight with the Earthquake. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my cleanest Wattson fight ever. Lanoon is forever in the Hall of Fame on my books because of that. Because of this generational flail performance. And just like that, the third badge is ours and we can enter the mid-game. One of the longest splits I've had, one of the most frustrating splits in the game. The Flannery split. But I'm feeling damn good about it, let me tell you. I can feel it, this is the run. I can feel it, this run is going somewhere. I'm not stopping until I win. I'm done messing around with this game. I am done with it. I'm going to beat this game. And I'm going to beat it soon. I am taking no prisoners. We got the perfect Typhlosion from the game corner. This thing is a god. It's a force of nature. Almost perfect speed. Perfect special attack. Literally perfect special attack. And in here is his partner in crime. Our Sandstream Gigalith. The mountains these two are going to move together, I cannot describe. Sand Force plus Sand Rush, perfect special attack Typhlosion. If we can get a Life Orb, or when we get the choice specs, this Typhlosion is going to steamroll everything. Absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. But I can feel it. There's something in this run, I can feel it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with some of the fights on the way to Flannery. But thank you so much for watching. Cheers.